Hello, I'm Stuart Law, and I often start a session like this perched on the edge of my car, getting ready for a visit to the water's edge. In this particular case, bending down to get my sock there. In this particular case, I'm heading for a lake, and I'm after roach. I always target a particular species. I find that when I do that, I fish much better than just casting out and seeing what comes along or whatever. Nothing wrong with that, of course. That's a style of fishing you do. Just bending down now to get my other sock. Then I'm not being critical in any way, shape or form. I'm just saying that's how I fish. And of course, when you catch your target, then it's always very rewarding. And when you catch a big fish of your target, then of course that's brilliant. And this place that I'm on now, I've had some decent fish of late, including a 2 pound 1 ounce roach. So that's inspired me to come back. I think in this day and age of big fish, so many big fish coming out of many different species, I think that a 2 pound roach is still a wonderful creature, and I'd love to catch one for the camera this evening. Right, I'm ready, let's go. I'm now walking around the lake. No doubt hear some of the water birds there. There are lots of coots on. Just looking across, a few mallards, a little flock of gulls as well, black-headed gulls. They're diving down after something over the far side. Apart from that, just a couple of anglers, so I've pretty much got the peg that I want to fish in. Although I'm not really bothered, to be honest. There's a few pegs that I can choose, and I'll be okay. I'll see you when I get to one of them. I'm now at the water's edge. You can see that behind me. Before I even get my gear set up, I put some bait out. Just raided my bait freezer. I've got some frozen hemp there. Prepared that myself. Put some flavour in, so that's drawn it in while it was freezing. Also some corn as well, as you can see. Flavoured and coloured, although it's the flavour that's done that. I haven't added anything else other than the flavour. I'll tell you all about that in the article. And there's some good old-fashioned corn straight from the supermarket, straight from the packet. So I'm going to get that out. I've got a catapult, just a small one there, just to put a bit of bait out. I'll be fishing about 2 rod lengths out, get that out, and then I'll fish over it, because I'm on here for about 3 hours, so I want to get the stuff out right at the beginning, and then bring the fish in, get them feeding, cast that 2 pound roach. That's the theory. I'm ready to cast out now. I'll show you my rig before I do. It's a short hook length there, as you can see, about 3 inches. I've got a 1/4 ounce bomb, and I've created a very simple hook length with a shot and a bead, and a size 10 hook. And you can see my corn there swinging, so that should do the trick. Certainly if there's fish around anyway, I'm confident. Well into dark now, I'm watching the tip. I've been having a few plucks, but nothing concrete yet, so not what you would call a bite, but I'm still hopeful, of course. This is now the time when the big roach will come on the feed. I've got the stuff out there, and I've done my bit, and I'm waiting for the fish to do theirs. A few creatures of the night out so far. I've got a few white-clawed crayfish in the margins, not many, just a few, but it's always great to see those whenever I go to water that contains them, which isn't many venues, to be honest, just 1 or 2 places where they're still to be found. And there are some pipistrelle bats out. I've been watching those. It's quite a dark night, so I've been watching those when they've been fairly high, and I've been able to see them against the sky, which gives a little bit of light. And the third creature of the night has been a brown rat, quite a bold one. It's probably this year rat. It hasn't worked out yet that people don't like them. He's been coming really close in my space, picking up the bits of hemp and corn that you drop from time to time when you're catapulting. These things just fall on the ground, and he's been coming right into my space. And when I say into my space, I mean 1 foot space. So that's been something. I've been switching my head torch on and he's scurried off, and then a few minutes later he's back again. I'm glad I'm not out for the night and sleeping here, otherwise it'd be in my sleeping bag with me. And I've had that experience before. Woke up on a venue and it was a gravel pit, and I looked next to me on the pillow. It was a rat. That was a bad experience, but hopefully none of that tonight. But a roach would be great. If you can hear that noise, that bird noise out there, it's a great crested grebe, juvenile. They're very, very vocal, and they follow the parent bird everywhere until they become adult themselves, pretty much. So this time of the year in particular, you get these noises right the way through the night, and it's the grey crested grebe. I've also heard some tawny owls, which are quite common, and hear those a lot when I'm out fishing. But noise I can hear out there, that's a grebe. It's time to pack away now. I'm still watching that rod tip though, my little isotope on the end. Ever since I've been a kid, the worst part of fishing has been packing away. And even now I don't like having to break down. Of course you have to. So the thing that keeps you going is you know you'll be back. I've had nothing at all this session, although I've had a few plucks and little knocks on the end of the rod. I've had no definite take. The fish have been out there, obviously, from the movement that I've had. Plus I've had 1 or 2 decent roach topping in the swim. The sort of fishing I do, I'm targeting better quality fish. So you'll get some blanks along the way. It's the nature of the beast, isn't it? I'm targeting in reality just a tiny percentage of the fish that live in any water. So whether it's a river or a lake, whatever fish I'm targeting, then I'm usually looking at a very small percentage of the actual total fish. So consequently, you're going to get blanks on you along the way. I'm heading back to the car now, and although the video comes to an end, the article continues, and I've got a few more sessions planned after Roach on this water. So, as always, I often say, if you want to know how I get on, then of course read the article. Although I haven't caught anything today, I've still enjoyed it, and always enjoy every session that I do. Obviously I want to catch, but that's not always possible. Nevertheless, I've really enjoyed being out here at the water's edge. So, see you soon. Tight lines.